So about a week ago, I was at school talking to my friends and doing literally anything but my assignments. Near the end of class, I decided to check my Twitter and saw that the fabled Shrek 5 got a new teaser trailer. So having watched and loved most of the Shrek movies, I had to watch it. And what did I think of it? It was alright. Nothing too crazy, of course, just a short teaser that didn't reveal much of the story. I think the main point was just revealing the main cast. A few things annoyed me, like the forced TikTok bit and outdated memes, but I highly doubt most of that will actually make it into the final film. And even if it does, it's not like the Shrek movies haven't referenced pop culture before. And it turns out that Shrek's daughter Felicia is a teenager now, and she's voiced by Zendaya because of course she is. By the way, that wasn't me dissing on Zendaya, I fuck with her heavy. But what really caught my attention was the new character designs. Shrek, Donkey, and Fiona are noticeably older now, and the designs have been slightly tweaked to look more animated. It's kinda like what Puss in Boots: The Last Wish did, except without all the fairy tale painting effects that made it look cool. It's kinda like the middle ground between that and the look the original movies had. Donkey definitely looks different, but I could barely tell what's changed with Fiona. Queen still got that shit on God. And Felicia looks fine, though apparently her eyes used to be blue in the previous movies. Either DreamWorks retconned that, or this is actually one of her brothers and they're trans now. I highly doubt that cause... So yeah, it's probably just a retcon. Ultimately, this teaser left me optimistic for the film, but cautiously optimistic. Also, what the hell happened to Pinocchio? So after watching the teaser, I showed it to my friends, we had a quick chat about it, and then I went home to relax before it was time for work. This is when I opened the same post and learned that everybody fucking hates these designs. I expected some backlash, of course. I mean, they're definitely different from what they used to look like. But with some of these reactions, you'd think DreamWorks busted into their house and personally kicked their fucking baby. A lot of people have been saying things about these designs like how they're horrifying or ugly or uncanny. To keep it brief, they don't like it. I've even seen some people claim that they look AI generated. Anyway, here's an AI-generated video where Shrek, Donkey, and Puss stormed DreamWorks after seeing the new teaser. And for some reason, people actually prefer this to the teaser that was made by actual artists and animators. And then I saw people comparing these new designs to the nightmare fuel that was Sonic's original movie design. And I'm gonna be real, if you actually agree with these people, like, you're bugging, like, you're tweaking, bro. Also, with Shrek, the changes are more minuscule, like the rounder nose, the more cartoony eyes that are also somewhat closer together. But if you compare these two images, you can clearly tell it's Shrek. Meanwhile, with Sonic, he went from a cool cartoon blue hedgehog to this... You know, I was gonna try to come up with something funny about this design, but after like the 5 years of outrage, I got nothing at this point. But this design was absolutely atrocious. It was practically the 9/11 to anyone who even vaguely knew about Sonic the Hedgehog. And the news of this abomination spread everywhere. Not just on social media apps like Instagram and Twitter, but late night television. You ever think that somebody's grandma saw this? And let's be real, Paramount was only able to fix Sonic's design because they barely had any of his CGI finished at that point. Plus, the movie was mostly live action, so all they had to do was fix Sonic himself. The keyword is fixed here because I can make a whole separate video about all the things wrong with this design. However, I can't find anything objectively wrong with Shrek, Fiona, and Donkey's new designs from a character design perspective. But for some reason, people really think that DreamWorks is going to scrap and redo all these character models, their rigs, and all the animation we haven't even seen yet in this fully animated film just because they can't accept change. Oh, okay. Good luck with that, I guess. Now, in all fairness, I do get why some people don't like these designs. You see, the original Shrek movies had a more realistic art style. Well, I mean, as realistic as DreamWorks was able to make it at the time. A lot of the humans, for example, looked more like actors in a live-action movie than something from a studio like Pixar. Honestly, looking back, a lot of the animation seriously bordered on the uncanny valley. But whether you liked it or not, this was the look of Shrek. That was until Puss in Boots: The Last Wish, where DreamWorks gave the world a new stylized storybook look. Characters are more expressive, the colors are more vibrant, not just with the characters, but with the environments as well. Not to mention the stylized shading and texturing. And more importantly, the humans have gotten a major glow up. You can clearly tell that the Spider-Verse movies also had a huge influence in this. So if the characters in this new art style look more animated, it only makes sense that the cast from the main films would follow suit. The reason why I keep mentioning the humans in the Shrek universe is because the main three themselves look more realistic in the original movies. I mean, look at those eyes, man. And look, I know I keep mentioning the eyes, but that's like the biggest thing that they changed with these new models. And I can only assume that the eyes were changed to allow for better expressions. And in this shot in the teaser, Shrek looks almost exactly the same as he did before. But what I'm trying to get at here is that Shrek is supposed to look ugly, yes, but he's supposed to look ugly relative to the humans. Because if the main character in your animated movie is a big scary ogre, he has to have at least a little bit of appeal. So when the humans look more realistic, Shrek looks more realistic. But now when they look more animated, Shrek is supposed to look exactly the same? I honestly don't get the logic of these people. On God, the hate for this teaser is so fucking forced and it's only about half a minute. Like, there are more things, not just in general, but about this movie that I think people should be thinking about. But no, people take one look at these designs and go, oh no, why? My childhood is ruined. Why do they look so ugly now? Look how they massacred my boy. You know, it kind of reminds me of something.
They judge me before they even know me. That's why I'm better off alone.
But you know, I too harshly criticized some character designs in the past. I'm mainly talking about my Backyardigans video. But since then, I actually started warming up to these designs. Kinda. So who knows? Maybe when the dust settles and people get to see more of the actual movie, people will start warming up to these designs as well. But that's just what I think, of course. What do you guys think? Do you think these designs are an improvement, or do you think the original ones were better? Do you think people are overreacting, or do you see where they're coming from? Drop your thoughts in the comments below and maybe we could start a civil conversation about it. But that pretty much wraps things up. I'm the insane... Oh wait, I forgot I changed all my usernames. I'm Drawler Zay, and I'm gonna go back to bed. This Shrek shit has been very tiring. Hey there, thanks for watching the video all the way to the end. This was supposed to be a shorter video like the Backyardigans one, but the more time passed, the more I had to say. I know there's a chance this video is gonna get a lot of backlash, but at this point, I really could care less. If you like this video, make sure to like it and subscribe. And maybe share this video with some of your friends, it's up to you. See you later. Peace.